Well, hello, you guys. It is Wednesday. I am a day delayed. I must admit, I am a day delayed, but I'm here. These days get by me. And if anybody knows, I'm in those streets all the time. And before you know it, I can't carve out this time, or I can't even think and process on what I need to even be talking about when I'm rushing. So when I can sit down, I am making sure that, I'm staying on task. And I had a person walk up to me yesterday. I went to church, and she walked up to me and she said, "I didn't see you today. What's going on, Miss Marriage Your Way, Miss, and she said Miss Marriage Our Way, but it's Marriage Our Way. But I appreciate her for coming up to me and telling me that she watches the show, because a lot of times I get in my feelings, you guys. I don't know, everybody goes through on their own, right? So I get in my feelings, and then I'm a numbers person, so I watch the numbers, and I'm like, I want things to go according to how I want it to go. I want things to go fast. I just want everything to zoom, and I want what I want, how I want it right then and there, right? And that's not how it works. Alexa, you have to remember, this is God ordained. The message is getting out there regardless. People are watching. People might just not have the time to hit the like button. They might not have the time to uh uh uh, hit the bell and things like that. So I have to understand that, because we're all grown. We all, what's my favorite word? Life is life, and all of the time. And I just have to remember that. I have to scale back a little bit. I have to scale back a little bit, because it's all in my mind. People are watching, people are getting the message. Every time I get in my feelings, God plays somebody in front of me to let me know. I don't know. And I'm sure He's like, how many times I have to show you? How many times I have to tell you? You have an audience, you have people watching. Stop worrying about that and worry about the message itself, right? So I do get in my feelings, but like I say, every time I do that, I run into somebody who gives me like a huge hug. That lady gave me a huge hug at church, and she was like, "Oh, how you doing, Miss Marriage Your Way?" It's Marriage Our Way, but she was just, "I see you weren't on today." And you guys, give me that feedback, because your girl need it. I need to know. I don't like wasting my time. Everybody knows that, and I don't have much of it. So I want to know that you guys are paying attention. Every once in a while. You don't have to do it every day. I just want to know that you guys are paying attention. That's all. Because I'm doing this to try to help marriages. I'm doing this to try, it helps me and mine as well, because, I get this stuff in my head, and I look at things, and I research things, and I watch people. And a lot of times I'm so very grateful that I don't go through half of that stuff, that I'm sitting in deep thought and I'm sitting in prayer. This is my mom's chair right here, you guys. So this is why it looks a little different today. This is my mom's chair, and this is my prayer room. This is the same room I do um my lives out of and everything. And I do a lot of thinking in this chair. I have to sit in this chair sometime when I get in when I feel how I'm feeling. I have to sit in this chair sometime and just, pray to God and thank God for where I've come from and where I'm at today. Sometimes you just have to be grateful. And that I am at all times. That I am at all times. And I charge you to do the same. I charge you to do the same. It's people out here that are going through a lot, you guys. They're going through a lot. A lot of things are coming their way. Stuff's hitting people, and things are just out of their control. And, you know, of course, I always say we have to stand in the gap, and we have to pray for them, and we have to intercede for them, because sometimes they get lost. And when things hit them so hard, they don't even know to call on God. They don't even know. They then their faith then begins to get a little weak, because why would something as such happen to me, happen to such a God fearing person? Why would that happen to me, God? And it's all a test of your faith. Everything is a test of your faith. We don't know why God takes such wonderful angels from this world and in such tragic ways and things like that. We don't know. But we have to understand that he needed them more. Even though we don't understand that. Nobody will ever understand it when it's theirs, when it's somebody that's with them every day, that's close to them. No one will ever understand that. So I charge you guys to take advantage of your time and make sure you pray every day over everything in your life and everyone that's attached to you. And please don't forget to pray for this world, because you know what we are going through in this Trump era. Come on, people. We need you to step up. We need you to step up. So my message today is, does your man treat you like a queen? And if you are on the queen status with your man, are you then behaving like a queen? Are you then um, walking around like the queen you are? Not saying that you have to walk around and be on this pedestal, but if he's treating you like a queen and he's giving you queen status, are you then making sure that he's taken care of? And are you then making sure that you are taking care of yourself, your temple, the way you walk around? Because you know, a lot of us work from home. Me and my girlfriends talked about this yesterday. A lot of us work from home. And, you know, that working from home thing gets a little tricky, because when we're in the house, there's nobody to impress, so we think. There's nobody that we see, so we think. And that then puts us in lazy mode. And then our man have to walk around looking at us look like the garbage that he just took outside from the house. Was that a word? That's sitting at your desk looking like the homeless person off the street. And my friends laugh at me all the time. They're like, it doesn't matter what time you come over Alexia's house, whether it's on the weekend, whether it's on the weekday, Alexia has on clothes from head to toe, and sometimes she's walking around her house in shoes. Now that's a thing that's just me. I'm a person, I love, everybody know I love to dress. Everybody know I love clothes and whatever, right? And you know, I don't wear the finer things like some people, you know, oh my God, when you see them, they're Gucci down, they're Gucci up here, they're Gucci all the way to their feet. That's not me. I do love a handbag and I do love a matching shoe. That's my vice. That's my situation. I will wear a matching purse and a shoe in a minute. But my clothes might not be just that expensive. If it's cute, I'm wearing it. I don't care what designer it is. I don't care if it came bust down from Walmart. I'm gonna wear it because I know how to put it together. If you know how to put together clothes, it doesn't matter where it comes from. It matters the way that you put it on. So they always laugh and say you put on clothes all day long, and I don't see how she does it. But then at night is when I turn into the homeless person, and I didn't have the matching pajamas and things like that. I just go to bed like a homeless person. So I'm on in the daytime, but at night I turn into the homeless person. So again, me and my friends, we talk about these things. This is why we have this girl group and things like that, because where I'm strong, they might be weak, and where I'm weak, they might be strong. So let me tell you how they got on me about that. So again, I'm on during the day. I have on my clothes, I have on my makeup. It just makes for a better day when you get up and you put on your clothes and you get up, no matter where you're going and what you have to do. You don't know who you might have to get on the phone with. You don't know where you have to be when. I just never know where I have to be and what time. So I have to get up and I have to put on clothes and just have myself together, because I'm not in lazy mode when I do that. Okay. So then at night, I turn into a whole different person, if you will. I might just throw on a t-shirt and some shorts and I'm going to bed and I'm talking about homeless. So it was like, I would have never thought that about you. Even my husband teased me about that. They were like, I never would have thought that you would be the person to how you look all the time. You would be the person that's looking like a homeless person going to sleep. I'm the one that have the pajamas and the matching pajamas and the matching this and that going to bed at night. But in the daytime, I'm looking like the homeless person. So we were able to kind of talk to each other about that. And everybody came to agreement that this needs to be at all times. If I'm on during the day, I need to be on during the night. My husband doesn't want to sleep next to a homeless person at night. Your husband don't want to sleep next to a homeless person at night. And I know some of us are like, well, that's neither here nor there because he might go to bed looking like a homeless person. He don't care what he wear. Why do I have to put on nice pajamas? Why do I have to put on nice this, and that? Again, that goes back to queen status. Is he treating you like a queen? Does he deserve to see you looking like a queen at all times? Remember, if he's putting you on queen status, then you need to look like the queen that he's putting you out there to be. And he's putting you on to be. He's making sure that you have everything you need. He's making sure that you have what you need to go get what you want. He Okay, let me just talk about myself because I can't really say what it is that your man does, but my man makes sure that I eat every day. If we stop somewhere, he's not even allowing me to go in. Not that he wouldn't allow me to, but he's always the one that jumps out the car. Babe, I'll go get it for you. That stuff means the world to me. The little things that people just don't think about. Majority of women have to come home after work and they have to cook and they have to clean and they have to do it all. But I myself, and I have to talk about me. I can't really talk about anybody else because I do know that there are other women out there like that. I don't really have to cook every day, but I have to clean every day. I have to clean up after the cook. I have to clean. I'm the laundry person. So if he don't have enough clothes to wear or his clothes are, I'm the one that have to make sure that that's situated and that's taken care of and that is hung up in his closet and ready for him the next day. He's making sure I eat. He's making sure he cooks these grand meals all the time. When we go out and we go do this and that, babe, is there anything else you need to do before we go in? He's handling majority of the things in our relationship. So I dare me to sit here looking like a bum. I dare me to sit here and treat him like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. And then I'm just around here doing what I want to do and not caring for him and not giving him attention and not paying him attention. I dare myself to sit here and do that because he has me on queen status. I love my status just like you love your status with your credit cards. You love your status with your job. You love your status with whatever you do, your title. I love my title. I'm grateful for my title because I do realize that there are women out here that have it way harder than me. And don't let me get into that because, they're doing it all. And they're taking, it's some women that have these men that have them on low self-esteem status. Now, you do realize that there are a lot of different status that are out here. You got the sponsor status, you got the low self-esteem status, you got the one I do it all status, you got the well, we halfway there status. We have the princess status, and then we have the queen status. And I'm so confident in my husband. And a lot of people are like, you never put nothing past these men. I don't put nothing past them. I don't. But while we're here, and I love where I am in this journey of life, and I have been here for almost 29 years of marriage and almost 31 years of togetherness. I have been here, and major problems we have not had, and I'm so grateful for it. So the queen status that I am on, I am grateful for. And I know a lot of women that are on that queen status. I can actually name them, but I won't, because how's she gonna leave me out? What, she don't think I am on queen status? I would never, because there are, we can see with our eyes. We can see with our eyes if your man have you on queen status, or if he has you on, we're just right here. I'm satisfied, but we're just right here, and that's okay to be too, because that means that you just have a little bit more work to do. Like I said, I've been here 31 years, and I love it here. I love it here. We've been down in the dumps. I wasn't on queen status when we was down in the dumps, baby. I mean, I'm not gonna say I wasn't on queen status, because we had nothing, and he still treated me like a queen. But we have been down in the dumps, and this part of life is the graduation part of all of that mess we went through in the beginning, meaning trying to find our way through life, navigating through this marriage, navigating through having children, and being all in with them, and not even worrying about ourselves at the time. We were just all in on our children. So this is the reward of where we are now. We're empty nesters. Our children are doing well. We raise leaders. Everybody watch my children. They're not perfect, but they're doing well for themselves. All three of them. And we are very proud of them. Very proud of them. And all of the sacrifice and all in that we did for them paid off. Now, is it perfect? We have a lot of, as parents and son, we have a lot of disagreement, because sometimes our children think they're the parents, right? Or think they know everything and have a little bit of entitlement and all that different stuff, even when they're grown. So I'm not sitting here saying my children are perfect, but they are doing well for themselves. They are imperfect and doing well for themselves. And we are grateful for that, because it could be so much more worse. I, I look at too much TikTok. That mess it could be so much more worse. But I'm grateful, and I wake up every day grateful, and I wake up every day on, God, I thank you, because, like I said, if you look at different situations in life, and let's go back to the Mike Epps thing, when you throw them all out on the floor, and you think you got so many problems, and then you go and you pick up somebody else's problems. That's not what I wanted. So you have to be very careful about what you say you don't like, or what you say you don't want to go through, because you have to go through to get to. You have to go through to get to. So if you have a man that's doing and even X out the queen status, if you are living a good life, and that man is doing more than his part for you, I need you to make sure that you're on your throne, and that you are giving however much percent that you can at your complete best. At your complete best. Okay? Because if you're blessed to have one, I look at my friend group. They got the most amazing husbands. I'm so admirable. I didn't pick this group. I didn't pick this group. This group just gelled together, and the men just gelled together, and we spent a lot of our time together, and we're all so admirable of each other and how our husbands treat us, and the husbands on how their wives are treating them. Somebody fall off their rocker, or they giving a call to whomever, hey, check on your girl, she's not doing good today, she's not been doing good, I didn't want to call, but something's going on, she's not talking to me, can you talk to her? Then that you got sisters to hold you to the fire. Hey sis, what's going on, you all right today? Why you ask that? Don't get upset if your man make that phone call to somebody and say, hey, I need you to check on her because she's not talking to me. She's not doing this. She's not herself. And I need you, sis, to step in a little bit for me and see what's going on because it's like it's out of my control. That's a blessing to have a woman group that stands in the gap for you. That's a blessing that even that king of yours saw fit to even consult somebody else about you, because sometimes they can just leave you where you are. And we all know how it is to leave somebody where they are when they're acting ignorant or they're not themselves or what have you. Sometimes you just have to leave people where they are. It's a blessing that that king of yours saw fit to even reach out to somebody to help you to be better and to stay the course. Because life is, we already talked about life is gonna life. And sometimes we have to be our own self motivators because life might be life and for your partner. And you can't just be over here like, look at me, give me attention, listen, I'm going through this and I'm and he got his own things going on trying to build this kingdom for you, and you're over here whining about what you're in your feelings about. Something that you could have sat still and seek God about, but you didn't. You just threw it all on him, and he already has a lot that he goes through trying to build a kingdom for you and the family. So I'm not saying don't bother them. I'm just saying if it's something that you can go to God or a friend about, I'm talking about a good friend that's not taking your stuff and running it up the street. I'm talking about a good Judy that's not gonna um she's not gonna judge you. Um and she's not gonna take your kindness for weakness and then go and handle take all of your business and go handle your husband for you. And we all know what that is. So let's just make sure that when we're on this status, when we are these ladies that we are, and that man is giving you everything in his power to make sure that you're on your game, we got to be on our game. I'm not saying walk around and look like Miss Maybelline all day, but at least look decent. As if you work from home, treat it like you're working from an office. He don't want to see you looking busted and disgusted at your desk. He might want to come in and give you some sugar on that cute face of yours, not with your hair looking like Cleo from Set It Off, or you didn't put on your hair today, or whatever. He want to see you looking like the queen that you are, and vice versa, man. Vice versa, man, because if I'm on queen status, that means I have you on king status. So that means you got to walk around looking presentable too. I mean, it goes both ways. But, you know, the women, sometimes we get a little bit more into it than they do. So they kind of get a little bit of a pass. But we want to see our nice looking men be at their best. We want to see you match our fly as we want to match your fly. We don't want to walk around looking like a mixed match couple. We want to walk out and be at our best. What they say, when you see me, you see him. When you see him, you see me. And we want to be at our best. We don't want to be looking broke down. Oh my God, you saw them? Girl, what's going on with them? Ooh, they look very much different. Why? What's going on with them? You don't want anybody to ask any questions, unnecessary questions about you, because you're looking like y'all done went through World War II. That man got you on queen status. You walk around looking like the queen that you are. And vice versa, sir. Vice versa. Did I say vice versa? Vice versa. I don't even know how to say it. I'm starting to talk like them people that I laugh at all the time. But I don't never say it is what it is. It is what it is. This is what I look like. This is what I feel like. And it is what it is. No, no, that's unacceptable. It's in you to do better. It's in you to be better. It's in you. So don't give up on yourself. A lot of times women are like, I don't know. There's not a man in sight. Nobody sees me. And it's not because of the way you look. A lot of the times it's the way you act. I hate to touch on that subject, but it's a lot of times the way you act. And definitely the way you look is a part of it, but the way you act, because I've seen some non-lookers, if you will, that have some great looking men. So that ain't it on how you look. It's the way you act, sis. So we got to straighten up those attitudes, and we got to do better with the way that we act. You get these women in your house, and oh, they get entitled. Oh, they are expecting this. Oh, so and so has his wife doing this, and so have his wife looking like that. I need to be looking like that. She has on that ring. I need that. If you can't give me that, I don't want you. You can't be in the house cutting up on this man and thinking that you're about to be on queen status. That is not how that works. So check your attitudes, number one. I'm talking about the way we look when we're at home, but check your attitudes first, because we got a lot of divas. When I say queen status, I'm not saying act like a a a a snooty woman and I'm up here and you're down there. You're my peasant. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about looking like and being the queen that you are, the queen that he chose. I'm not talking about you looking down on anyone. I'm not talking about you acting like you're better than anyone. Because, honey, you don't know what anybody has. If you downplay a person, you don't know what they have. You don't know if they look like they look because they're a saver. While we're out here chasing labels, they're over here saving. And they got more money than we do, actually. So don't look down on anyone, because that one that wears the regular stuff, so we call it, because I love me some regular stuff. The one that wears the regular stuff might have a bank account that's exploding. But we're spending our last on designer, labels, this, and that. It's a problem for us. And we live by that. We talk about it so much. Oh my God, I have the newest Gucci bag. I have the newest Louis. I have the newest whatever. We talk about it all the time. Not me, because like I say, I just like a nice bag and a nice shoe. And wherever else I get my clothes from, baby, I shop everywhere. If I need to go to the thrift store, I'm in a thrift store. If I need to go to wherever, I ain't gonna give y'all my stores because I don't want y'all looking like me. But know that I'm in there. Know that I'm in there. And I don't wear designer everything. So when you're sitting up and you're thinking, oh, she thinks she all this and she thinks she all that. No, I don't. You think I'm all this and you think I'm all that, because your girl is very versatile in a lot of things. And I'm about a deal. And I'm always on a budget. So you can look at it whatever way you want to look at it. But I'm not your high price diva that you think I might be. But I do wear my crown the best way I can. And I do treat my husband with respect, and I give him all the attention and everything that he needs. And if I have it in my reach and want, because he treats me like a queen, and I'm very much grateful for that man that I have, because he takes care of me and he takes care of his home and he takes care of people outside of his home, entertaining, feeding people, making sure people have. That's the type of man I have, and I'm grateful for it, because there's not many of them out there like him, but I'm glad that I have them. And I need you to be the same. Whoever your husband is, and the reason why you chose him as your king, we all have different reasons, and I need you to treat them like the kings they are, because they treat you like the queens you are. In whatever way that is, what we say here, marriage our way. Whatever that means to you, however you do it and however he does it for you, and you're happy, you make sure you treat that man great for him putting you on that status. All right? That's all I had to give you. I just, sometimes we have to just check in on the things that we do in life and the things that we take for granted sometimes. Because sometimes we do take it for granted. Think back on a lot of the things that that man does for you that you don't have to even worry about. Think back on it. Write it down, and write down your issues that you swear you have, that's taking you over, and see if it matches up with what you got going on. I guarantee you'll come back different. All right? Call somebody today, tell them you're thinking about them. I'm grateful for everybody that walk up to me and give me love and tell me they are watching and tell me that they are paying attention. Thank you. Thank you all. You know who you are. You've come up to me recently. Thank you for that. You don't know how it made my day. So that's why I say make sure you call somebody, make sure you walk up to somebody and let them know. If you see them out, let them know they're doing a good job, or that you're thinking about them and you just want to check on them. You never know what that will do for a person. All right. Love you guys. See you again back Hopefully Tuesday, but if not, I will be back to you in that week. All right. Love you guys with everything in me. All right. Have a good day.